Hey, it's Rory with searchandchow.com, and it's time for another one of my late night videos. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new Canon 1D X Mark III, which just launched in Malaysia earlier this week, or next week, depending on when you watch this. But it wasn't that long ago, basically. So yeah, here's everything you need to know about Canon's brand new flagship camera. Okay, so the Canon 1D X, I think that camera needs no introduction. It's Canon's big, badass flagship stills shooter that also is one of their most capable video shooters in the DSLR form factor. And the new one comes with a whole bunch of new upgrades. So let's start at the sensor. So it's got an updated 20.1 megapixel CMOS sensor with dual pixel autofocus. On top of that, it also has a brand new Digic X processor. So the previous generation Canon 1D X Mark II, I believe, used two Digic 6 Plus processors, but the current one just uses one. But the Digic X is like a really powerful processor, and Canon tells me that even though it's only one processor, the camera is actually more than three times faster than its predecessor, which is, no small feat. However, the thing that I was most impressed with was actually how power efficient this new processor is. So the 1D X Mark III basically uses the same battery as the 1D X Mark II, but now it has much better battery life. In fact, it's almost like doubled its battery life. So I believe the photo rating for the 1D X Mark II was about 1,200 photos per charge with the viewfinder. The new one is over 2,800 photos with the viewfinder. And video time also gets improved by a significant amount because the previous one was rated up to 1 hour and 40 minutes. This new one is rated up to 2 hours and 20 minutes. And speaking of video, the new Canon 1D X Mark III is also a video recording beast. So for starters, it can shoot up to 5.5K raw video at up to 60 FPS, which is, pretty darn impressive. But it can also do 4K video recording without a crop factor anymore. Yes! On top of that, the 1D X Mark III also now comes with dual CF Express card slots. So CF Express cards are much faster, and I think they come in much bigger sizes than SD cards, but they are also a lot more expensive and a lot harder to come by. But the fact that you can put two now actually unlocks a little bit more potential in the camera. So one of the cool things that you can do with this new CF Express card is that you can record both raw video as well as MP4 video simultaneously. So one is similar to the way that you can take raw photos in JPEG and have the raw go into the cards in slot 1, then the JPEGs go into the cards in slot 2. This one you can do that with video. So the raw video goes into the first slot and the MP4 video goes into the second slot, which I don't know, I can't think of a single camera that can actually do that right now. At least not one in this DSLR form factor. What's more, with these new fast dual cards, you can actually have a 1000 shot buffer. On the 1D X Mark III, so it's basically unlimited. You can just hold down and just burst all you want without actually having the card sort of slow your camera down. Speaking of burst, the 1D X Mark III actually has a burst rate of 20 FPS with live view, but it's 20 FPS with autofocus, which is super awesome. Canon also upgraded the autofocus system on the 1D X Mark III. So while the previous one had I think about 60 something AF points, the new one has 191 autofocus points, and you can actually select the autofocus points. This is actually pretty cool. So you can select from these 191 autofocus points with this new sort of optical sensor thing that you can run your finger across to really quickly move the selection around, so you don't have to go through buttons or the joystick or whatever. You just rub your finger across and it just moves around, which is really cool. And as far as connectivity is concerned, the 1D X Mark III comes with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built in, plus there's also a gigabit LAN port, so you can just get all that transfer speeds, all of them. But yeah, those are pretty much all the headline features and updates that Canon made to their new 1D X Mark III. If I missed anything, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Oh yeah, one more thing, the Mark III is actually slightly lighter than the Mark II, but it's still a very, very heavy camera. But now we come to what is probably the most jaw-dropping feature of this camera, at least to, you know, normal people like you and me, and that's its price. So the Canon 1D X Mark III officially retails in Malaysia for 29,999 ringgit. That is a lot of money. Like, that is motorbike money, that is car money, but it's also camera money. So if you're really interested in this camera, then you'll have to fork out 29,999. And no, it does not come with like a kit or a kit lens or anything like that. It's just 29,999 ringgit for the body. But then again, you probably already know that after a while, this camera is targeted for the pros and those people who really like make a living out of their camera. So I guess then that cost is justified. Personally though, I'm someone who does not like gigantic DSLRs, much more these gigantic pro-grade DSLRs that look like a normal DSLR with the battery grip attached. I'm someone who prefers, you know, small mirrorless cameras, you know, something like this. This is the brand new Sony A6600 with their brand new Bluetooth enabled tripod grip thing. Yeah, this has been my daily driver so far and I've been loving it. It's small, it does everything I need it to do, and it has a flip-up screen. But you know, I make internet videos, so maybe a pro can like shed more light or like justify why they would spend 30,000 ringgit on a 1D X instead of like a mirrorless camera. So if you have any thoughts, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And if you want to see like a full review of the A6600, the battery grip, this awesome lens, you know, you can let me know in the comments below too. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the notification bell icon, and you can also like us on Facebook, but our home will always be at soyachinchow.com. I'm Rory, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Cool. I don't think I missed anything.